The Jenn Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life, is an inspirational hour that'll take you on an epic metaphysical journey to discover the spiritual approach to life's greatest challenges. Dr. Jenn Royster is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Imagine having the ability to use your innate positive energy to dissolve the stuckness in your life, whether it's emotional, physical, or spiritual, through this incredible dynamic show. Get ready to be transformed from Dr. Jenn's live guided healing meditations and intuitive readings, and unveil the power of connecting to spirit, the angels, and your higher self. Dr. Jenn is passionate about helping you find the answers you're looking for through an inward journey that'll strengthen your connection to spirit and help you trust your intuition. Now, here's your host, Dr. Jenn Royster.
Welcome to the show. I'm Dr. Jenn, and today we're going to talk about the month of August energies that are coming in. We're going to work with our angels on insights of that, and also today, July 28th, is the new moon in Leo. This was a significant date, and last week we talked about Leo season. Today you'll see a little bit of overlap with that, but we're talking about the month of August, which will transition later in the month from Leo to Virgo. So we have a little bit of different energy rolling in after it switches over into a new season. So today is July 28th, 2022, and we have a Leo new moon. This is a significant moon that comes with a lot of positive energy. It's an encouraging, beautiful moon for abundance, creativity, and joy. So this is a great time to set intentions for where you are, where you want to be. Are you in the direction you want to go? What are your heart-centered choices? And you want to make intentions surrounded with that. We also, right behind this, we have a few more energies coming in on August 1st. So I'm starting with the new moon, and then I'm going to roll right into August and the energies for August. And along the way, we're going to work with angels on how we can best make the most of this incredible energy. Today is a really feel-good new moon. So I hope you can celebrate it and enjoy it and set those intentions. Now, let's start with it. The new moon, it's in Leo, and this is one of the best ones we've experienced in a while. So no matter what might be going on out there, this is a feel-good moon. This is a moon to set intentions for what you want to do with your life. It has the vibrations of abundance, joy, creativity. So I personally love those combinations. So I'm planning on working with it today. And it's about, are you living it? Are you where you want to be right now? Some days when we go through life, they can feel like we're just going through the motions. This is everybody, all of us. I mean, I've had those days too. Sometimes you feel like you're just going through the motions. You can get caught up in the rush. You can get in over your head or overwhelmed by past actions, or get caught on different beliefs that you just find that you're going into this old pattern or routine. Don't beat yourself up on that. Give yourself a little bit of a kudo that you recognized it and that you can come right back out of it. When we're transitioning in big shifts like we are right now, it can feel like you go back and forth a lot. So absolutely do that. Some days feel completely just, wait, I don't even have to remember what I did this morning. Wait, what did I have for breakfast? You know, you can feel like that when things are really hectic. This particular moon today is a good time to say, you know what, I'm taking a pause, I'm taking a time out, and I want to look at the direction my life is going. That's really what you want to focus on with the energies today. So, and you're looking at, does it feel good in the direction you're going? Is it working? Are you taking daily actions to fulfill what you want to do with joy, inspiration? Do you feel like you're living what you want to do, or just habit, just living the day in, day out routine? Do you feel like you're in a rut? This is what it's asking you to look at and address, because this is the moon to set some new intentions on that. So whatever aha moments, awakenings, awareness, realizations, whatever you want to call it, whatever you have that pop up around those questions, you want to pay attention to that, because this new moon is here to support you and be on your side. I like that a lot, you know. It's here to support the changes that you want. If you really want to make some changes, what are they? This is the moon to set some intentions with. What's the habits? What do you want to try? What do you want to shift? What do you want to stop doing? You know, it might be a combination of a little bit of all of it. Most of the time it is for everybody. And remember, Leo the Lion here, this one is about going in there with confidence, believing in yourself. If you don't believe in your dream or your heart's passion, and you don't believe that you're worthy of it, it's really hard, you know. You feel like it just never happens. One of the secrets to law of attraction is actually truly believing what it is you want to manifest. And it's not an overnight thing. A lot of times you're like, oh, I really want to change this, but it's really hard. As long as you are taking a step and an intention, and you're trying, you know, you're really truly putting some effort there. You're co-creating with the universe, and the universe says, okay, yeah, you really want this. All right. Okay. Because sometimes it's not overnight. Sometimes it takes a transitional period to finally shift over and see it completely different. Leo the Lion energy, which I love for the Leo season, and this being a Leo new moon, gives you that fearlessness, the confidence, and trusting in yourself to know what's right for you. Not what's right for everybody else, but what's right for you. And we have to be able to do that. We have to let other people do that for themselves too. So you might find that you're shifting and seeing an awareness of, I don't need to control everything about everywhere else. I got to just work with what I can do with myself. And that's how you contribute to the greater whole. And it's interesting because this is a really great moon for finding the true self, because you're tapping into the heart chakra, the heart's intentions, the heart's true passion. That is your true self. That's your soul's passion. That's the soul. That's all tied together. So why, you know, if you really want to know why you're here, you want to tap into those heart passions. It doesn't have to be, you know, making all this money. It really has to just be that you love to do it. It could just be a simple thing. You just absolutely love it. It's a passion for you. It could be just a hobby or a sport. It could be whatever it is. Whatever that heart passion is, you want to give that time in your life. And the rest of the pieces will fall into place more than you realize. And it really does. And people think, oh, I've got to make this about this, and I've got to make it be my way of living, you know, how I make my living. No, not necessarily. But if it's, okay, I don't have time for that because it's not how I'm making money, that's not going to, I find that it's the opposite. If you take that focus out and you just totally enjoy it and let it bring joy to your life, it makes a huge difference. It makes a huge difference. That's a little bit of a work. Sometimes it's like shifting the belief systems within ourselves of how we're used to approaching things. So just take it one step at a time. Just take it one step at a time. Now we're going to go through a few things here. So that was the new moon. Now, during this new moon, Venus and what's called the black moon Lilith is also traveling close together. And what that brings up is being your true authentic self. Found that interesting. And also just more of the feminine energy qualities, the nurturing, the self-care, the self-love, you know, that type of thing, creativity, that type of thing. That's within all of us. Doesn't matter. That's not about a gender. That's about an energy, because we all have masculine energy, feminine energy in spirituality. When we talk about it energy-wise, this is going to bring out that true authentic self and creating that life that fulfills that purpose. So that was interesting that that's coinciding right along with it. Now, being a very active planet under this new moon is Jupiter. And Jupiter is the planet of expansion, optimism, abundance. you name it. So we've got a great lineup here with this new moon. This one brings you and draws you into your heart energy. You want to bring your heart energy into the world. You want to do what you love to do. Like I said, it doesn't have to be the way you make a living. It could just be that you just enjoy the simple part of life. But do you allow yourself to do it? Whatever brings you joy, it doesn't matter what it is. And then this is what you want to do. You want to give that some time, because all your gifts, your purpose of why you're here is all tied into that, remember. So this moon offers us all this amazing gift of just being drawn to that, just tapping into that. So if you really want to make the most of this energy, bring your attention to your heart center, your heart chakra, and work with those passions of your heart. And listen to what your heart's telling you. Listen, ask yourself those questions. Ask yourself, am I going in the direction I want? And what is it that I miss? What do I think about all the time? What brings me the most joy when I'm doing it? Gosh, it could just be writing. It could just be, downtime. It could just be reading a book. It doesn't matter what it is, guys. Or it could be big. It could be, something you do big. I don't know. It doesn't matter. The universe doesn't care how big or little it is. You're looking to tap into the vibration that it brings you, because that's what's big. That's what's huge. That's what's life-changing. That's what's going to turn it all around. You're looking for what brings the joy and excitement, inspiration to you. So, Jupiter being a planet of optimism, that helps us see the silver lining no matter what's going on around us. Life could be challenging for you right now, but when you have Jupiter here, it will allow you, it's easier to see the optimistic point of view. Just allow yourself to see it. Well, I could make this out of this. It's kind of like, oh, we have a lot of lemons, so let's make lemonade, that kind of thing. You're looking for perspective that counters more of a negative, lower vibration, because joy is a higher vibration. So that's going to be easier with optimism. So you're looking for that. You're looking for that positive, hopeful side of things, no matter what. Yes, lots of stuff going on out there, but there's also a lot of shift of vibration going on. Which one do you want to be a part of? You can choose that. You can choose to be a part of higher or lower vibration. We all go up and down. So when you feel like you're having one of those days where you could have a pick-me-up, this is where you can ask your angels, help me tune in to what will lift my frequency. Sometimes it could just simply be laughter. Laughter raises it very quickly. And they will help remind you of, why don't we go for that walk? Why don't we just look at things differently? They may send you a number to remind you of, keep your focus here, keep your focus on positive, keep your shift here, things like that. And it just lifts you. You're never alone. You're never alone. It's beautiful. So, with all that wonderful energy, I do need to tell you about the Uranus North Node, because that one is also here. This one, but because we have all that harmonious energy, because we have the unsettling stuff that goes on in the background, then you know what I mean, you feel it. Uranus North Node conjunction is probably stirring that pot, but it's important. It can feel unsettling because we're not sure which way it's going, but it's an important part of what's happening for shifting and changing our lives. This is kind of like throwing the apple cart up in the air, but being okay where it lands and not trying to control where every apple falls, or trying to catch them all, or trying to make sure it comes back perfectly. It's more about letting it unfold and let it show you what it needs to show you. Because it feels unsettling, that's more of an unknown, but you don't want to get caught up in being afraid of it. You want to let it show you what it's trying to show you. And here's the part to remind you of. This is more about the collective, all of us, not just personally. Some signs may feel it more than others, which I talked about last week's show. But it's about a collective energy, a collective, where are we going together in this? That's important right now for the world, I would think. So these are things that we may have, we used to rely on it going a certain way, and maybe it's just not working anymore. Our values have changed, society's changing. This is all about, where is the group going with the consciousness here? And where can we do it better? So this affects us all, but it's important, and it's to help us find a better way. So we just take our individual self and we do what we can do. Everybody else is making their choices, but you help by doing your part, like working on what you can do. So a little bit of confusion with that one, but it's because it's coming in near this Leo new moon with all that optimism and Jupiter and all that positiveness and all that courage and strength of that Leo energy to just be true. That's going to make this a lot easier to do what we need to do to change it for the better. That's what I liked about it. So I thought that was pretty cool. So with this energy, it's lining up with the North Node, Uranus, Mars. That's big energy right there. That's all coming in August. And if you looked at this, that's August 1st. August 1st is when all of that comes together, and that Mars is in Taurus. So we have this new moon, the 28th, August 1st. That is a major feature when that North Node comes in, and it amplifies and heats up everything. So it's just getting us all ready for this big, courageous thing that we need to do to change our lives for the better. We want to tap in and focus no matter what's going on. Find something positive. Find the joy, because it is there. It is. It's there. We're looking at, do we believe in what we can bring to the table? Do we believe in ourselves? This is all shaping all that collective destiny. So on August 8th now, we have another manifesting opportunity. That's what is called in astrology the Lion's Gate 8-8 portal. It activates the spiritual sun called Sirius. So that's what the ancients call it in astrology. But this comes around every year, and it's one of those, you know, it activates, this is what it's known to do in astrology. It activates, you know, codes, messages, wisdom left by our ancients, like, for example, Atlantis. It brings this energy up for us to look at the numerology of 8. 8 is the infinity number. It's never ending. It's also the number of abundance. It's a higher consciousness and wisdom we want to tap into. So we look at this symbolically, and we want to say, you know what, that's a great infinity day to focus on the manifesting, which re-emphasizes your intentions that you were putting in on the new moon today. So by the time that comes around in a week or so, you're ready for that, and you're going to, you know, reinforce that strength with the universe being clear what you want. Important here, you want to take some action each day. It could be a little. It could just be doing some homework and research on what you're interested in. It could just be actually taking action and doing something in that area that you love. Doesn't matter what it is. If it's a book you've been wanting to read, then start reading it. You know, it's like that. It could be bigger. Okay, I want to reinvent the wheel. Okay, maybe you are one of those that wants to reinvent the wheel. Then start it. You know, like I said, doesn't matter how big or small, it's about tapping into the vibrational frequency of joy that inspires you, and that raises your frequency for higher dimensions. That raises it for 5D living. That shifts everything. You're able to see more perspectives from different viewpoints that will help you make your choices. Then we have our third and final moon on August 11th. August 11th, that's the final super full moon. That one comes in Aquarius. And because that was we had 3 in a row, that was a lot of super full moons. This one is the final illumination, okay? That's the final, okay, now I know exactly what I need to clear away. This is what I've been avoiding. This is what I've been suppressing. And this is what needs to be dealt with, done. We're finalizing it. So that's going to help you do that. Saturn is active under that one. And Saturn is a strong energy that, you know, is the teacher. It can help you pinpoint where you're stuck, you know, what's feeling stifled or stagnant. It's you just don't want that feeling anymore. So this energy will help you to rise up for that, but stay grounded. You know, Saturn can be very, very helpful in things like that. Setting your boundaries on what you want and what you don't want. And taking those actions in small steps even, moving forward. So this is all being laid out for us. It's a great map. It's a guideline, an outline on how to start working with this energy over the next 4 or 5 weeks, starting today. So this is good stuff. Now, on August 22, that's when we'll shift out of Leo and into Virgo. Now, Virgo is, Leo was a fiery sign, like, you know, yeah, let's go, we're fearless. Now, Virgo is earthy and practical and organized. You know, so after we've done all that, we're going to, like, you know, just change it all up. Now we got to go settle into it and get it organized. It reminds me of pulling everything out of a closet, getting rid of stuff that you don't need anymore, and now we've got to reorganize the closet with the new stuff and, you know, get it straight. So it's interesting. It reminds me of decluttering and organizing, but it's grounded, it's earthy, you know, let's get practical here. And it's about independence. It's about being strong. It's about you're now doing things for yourself, not maybe everybody else all the time because you never had time for yourself. It's a very, it's a wonderful sign for self-care like that. It helps you to balance that out. It wants you to find the freedom that you need and honoring yourself. Because if you don't feel free and it's always about everybody else, that energy drains out. You're going to run out. So you don't want it to feel like that. So that is a good one for all of us that need to be reminded, okay, wow, that was an interesting few weeks, and now I'm ready to go on my path. But then this comes in right behind it. All right, now you know what you want to do. Now you know what your heart passion is. Now you know what you needed to get rid of with that super full moon. And then this one comes in as we shift into Virgo, and it's like, now let's get organized. Let's stay grounded and balanced and make sure we have time for ourselves and we feel free and independent and we can do this. It's interesting how it's all laid out. So on August 24, Uranus will go retrograde. Now what's that mean? It goes into retrograde on August 24, and it will stay in retrograde until 2023. This is the planet of change and awakening. It's been moving forward, pushing. And when it enters retrograde, we're able to look back over all the changes that we've made over the last 7 months. Okay? Over the last 7 months, it's been moving and pushing us and driving us for shift and change. And so when it goes retrograde, we reflect back to see, okay, how far have we come? Wow. And it gives you time to sort of calibrate before it's time to move forward again. So remember, any retrograde of any planet is reflective. And this one is because it's change and awakening, and we've been doing that, and now it's going to have you reflect back. So that comes up on August 24, and it'll stay that way until the 2023. August 27, that's the new moon in Virgo. August 27, new moon, and Mars is active under that one. So that one helps us, again, connect with our heart's passions. Because Mars is a proactive planet energy. So here we're overcoming fear, we're overcoming this procrastination, and we're going to take that leap and we're going to believe in ourselves. So such a great month coming up, honestly. Whenever the Mars energy is present and strong like that, we have to remember we don't want to be impulsive, impatient, and things like that. That's the shadow side energy. We want to make sure we're not losing our temper and being impatient with others, because they're trying to figure it out too. This energy is about working your way through something brand new, not being afraid to go for it, but we don't have to step all over everybody else while we do it. So it'll help you. It'll help you find your independence. This Virgo helps you with being confident in yourself, making sure that you feel independent to do it, and trusting yourself and believing in yourself. So that's the lineup I have. And now let's go see who's in the chat, and we'll work with the angels a little bit here and see what's going on. So I wanted to say hello to everyone. So who do we got over here? How are you guys doing? We got hello to Kelly, Journey to Becoming Me. Hello. Pamela, Giovanna, Maddie, Shadana, all lots of beautiful familiar faces. Kelly, Maddie. Okay. All right. Let's see if we got anything going on. Let's see. So you keep Journey to Becoming Me. She starts off saying, I keep hearing you over and over. Now is the time to be you, the real you. Yes, it is. And look at all this lineup that's part. The universe. The reason I bring the astrology stuff to you is because it's laying out like this wonderful energy influence that you can take it or leave it. You don't have to do any of it. But why not, when we're trying to better ourselves, why not look at like, oh, I kind of like that this is like a layout of energy here. And honestly, I've been seeing it and feeling it with whether people realize it's there or not. I'm seeing it, take it or leave it. Some people don't take this seriously. That doesn't matter. I'm just here to deliver it. And then when I'm asking angels about it, Michael really has come in for the last 2 days for me personally, but also when I was asking before the show started, he was like, you know what? We need to set some strong boundaries on what we can say yes to and what we can say no to. He reminded me to share that today. He also said, we don't have time for fear anymore. I am here to help you move past that. Let's cut those cords that are holding you back. Make sure your boundaries are up. Make sure you put that intention out there for focusing on positive sides of things, even when something doesn't quite go the way you planned. He reminded me, like, okay, it might not go as planned, but what could you learn from it, and where can we make that a positive? And some things are harder to do with that, I know, but then it's like, no, let's look at it. And we've had our share of it around here in the last week, but it's, how can you do that in your life? He was coming in very strong, but he comes in like that. And I love it when he comes in like that, because I feel the energy essence. And that's what you do. You're tapping into that fearlessness, that courageousness that Leo energy brings, Michael brings, and you can stand up for yourself. You can protect and shield yourself, things like that. But we don't want to constantly live like we're a victim. We don't have time for that when we're believing in ourselves. We want to move forward. I know that can be a struggle with whatever someone's gone through, and I've had my share of it too. But when I feel like that, if I start to feel like that, and everybody does, nobody is always got it all together. Nobody. I mean, everybody goes through their ups and downs. I just stop, and once I realize, oh, no, I don't want to go through that, I immediately ask them to, hey, come in, help me get back on track here. I don't want to feel like that. I want to tap into some higher vibrations. This is an example. And then what can I do today that will lift me up in those higher vibrations and joy? And it will come to you. It will come to you. It's like, maybe you just need to take a time out. Maybe you just need to not take it to where, oh, I can't do all that until I do all of my chores, or whatever it is you do. You might need to just carve out an hour and reschedule some stuff. Do it. What's more important here? You have to make sure you're tending to that, but you want to be true to yourself. And there's going to be people that don't get it. If anybody's used to that, I am. I don't get her. I know. I'm not making choices for myself that are because somebody else wants me to do them anymore. I mean, I've lived that, but I wasn't happy. I found that I was physically not well. Like I feel so much better just being true, because joy is an extremely healing energy. Joy, positiveness. I mean, even science backs that up with, people that are going through healthcare things. Optimism really plays a part, okay? So it's right there if you want to look at it that way. But it's there for you, absolutely. So, yes, we are. So where else do we go? This light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. Awesome. Kelly, feeling boxed in right now as a caregiver. Definitely going to try to harness this energy. Good. This is going to be good for you, because that's hard work. And sometimes you can feel absolutely drained of all of your energy. And here's a tip. Getting a strong one for you. It just came in, gave me chills. Sorry, I get these goosebumps when it's real strong. So Kelly, what I'm picking up for you right off the bat when I see that is a reminder that when we're a caregiver like that, we are giving a lot of ourselves. We have compassion and we want that other person or whoever it is or whatever we're doing to feel better. What we forget is, with energy healing, and you can do this too, is tap into this amazing unlimited source. Michael can help remind you that we have to replenish. We have to replenish. And if we are sending that type of energy, we're giving that type of energy in our day in, day out routines in caregiving, you're not draining all of yours. We have limited energy physically. But when we tap into energy healing, and this is something that empaths, a lot of times we get tripped up when we don't understand it. It's happened to me too. And we have to remind ourselves, it's like, I don't need to keep this energy. It doesn't have to all just be me. I don't have to control it. I have to tap in to the unlimited energy that the universe provides in a divine love way, and let that come through as I'm taking care of someone or whatever it is you're doing. Because at the end of the day, don't forget to give yourself a little self-care time, because we have to replenish that. As a healer, an energy healer, and spiritual coach, the things that I do here, I have to do that. If I've been working with a lot of energy that was a lot, I have to make sure I'm not holding it. And sometimes we hold it and we don't realize it. And I have to make sure that I make the intention to release it all. I just let me give it all to the universe, because they know what's best here. And then you replenish. It will help you be a lot better at what you do, for one, and it will help lift you. It's going to help you tremendously, because that's exhausting. That can be very draining. And so I wanted to bring that to you because it came in really strong. I think it's a reminder for you, but for everyone listening today, it's a reminder to myself too. I have to do that as well, especially if you have a compassionate heart. You're compassionate, you care about everybody else feeling better or good. You have to do that. All right, so Maddie, been working on feeling into the feelings I want to feel and asking the courage to live and speak from my heart, staying hopeful that everything will work itself out in my life. Good. Don't give up now. Don't let it go now. And you're not. That's the exact approach you want to go. You just want to go, okay. And remember that Uranus North Node, that is kind of throwing the apple cart up, which might surprise some of us. So don't forget, that's in there throwing a little curveball at us to clarify, oh wait, there's that. But it's not a negative. Remember, it's not a negative. It's doing that because it has to bring it up. Things sometimes have to come up to light so we can see where the problems are, or find the solutions. I mean, there's always looking at a problem, and then there's always, oh, well, let's find a solution for that. See? So you would shift to, well, let me find a solution for that. You know, instead of just focusing on everything that went not so perfect or wrong. And I'm talking to all of us when I see this, Maddie, not just you directly, because I see that you are actually taking that energy and you're going, you know what? I really want to tap into what's right for me. And you'll feel these little, sometimes these naysayers inside our own head, or, you know, other people's, you know, like, sometimes if you're super sensitive to that, then refrain from being around it too much until you feel strong in your own beliefs and you trust you. And it's a good reminder when sometimes it's easy to get, if you start second guessing yourself as soon as somebody else says something, I would say pull back and just limit exposure to those areas. It could be the news, it could be whatever it is, people, group, activities, I don't know. Whatever causes that, you don't have to be, you know, cutting it completely out. I would just, you know, maybe limit it some so you have more time with your beliefs, what your passions are, to strengthen that bond. You want to have more time for that than everybody else's opinions. That is very strong, and that is coming in from Michael. Michael is very strong. He's just here. He has chosen himself to be here for this show. And that's just what he does. He just comes in. When he comes in really strong sometimes. But he has been here for a couple of days, and so, oh, I feel like I have something in my eye. There we go. And he just obviously wanted to be here for this one, because we can't be afraid of what Jupiter wants us to expand on. That energy of optimism and expansion and going for it and believing in ourselves. You can't let the little tripwire hit you from one little comment somebody says, or you read something and go, oh no. Worst case scenario there, if you go there immediately, and we all do it sometimes, so don't be hard on yourself if you do. Just give yourself some way to remember, oh, I don't want to focus on that. Where could I go the opposite of that? And what could I do with that? That's going to really help you. And this energy today, especially with setting intentions that you're going to work with that, and you're going to shift that, and you're going to change that, is going to be huge. And then as this energy rolls into August, we can keep going with that. As, you know, August 8th comes around with the Lion's Gate, and then we have the 11th with that super full moon. All right, now we know what's in the way. Get rid of that. That kind of thing. This is a month of big shifting. The next 4 weeks is, and all of this is just, this whole year's been that way anyway, but now we're at this pivotal point right in the middle here, 6 months in. Yep, let's go. And it's like going, wow, out with the old, in with the new, out with the old, and it's doing it, a lot of it. Yes, absolutely. Okay, where are we? Michelle, my arthritis is really bad. My hands, my knees, hoping to have a better outlook on life to make me feel better. Is there any message for me today? Okay. All right. First of all, sounds like you're having an obvious flare. In energy healing, we look for what might be the energy flaring it. So for you, I would take some reflective time. This is what I'm picking up that would really help you. You're looking at reflective time. That would, what's happened recently emotionally, or what am I stuffing, or what do I feel possible resentment with, anything like that is associated energetically that way. You're saying hands, knees. Hands are what we, you know, that's how we interact with the world. Your dominant hand is what we give out to the world. Your non-dominant hand is how you receive from the world. So I'm giving you some metaphor here to look at that. Knees, elbows are turning points. Turning points. So you're looking at, is there a lot of shift going on that I'm having a little hard time accepting? Is there changes I don't really like? Is there changes I'm a little nervous about? And we're just looking at the reflective energy or emotions behind it. Obviously, you want to tend to that physically with whatever your treatment plan is for that. there's a lot, you know, and I don't know if you do this, but there's a lot of natural foods that help with anti-inflammation. So I don't know what it is you do, but I'm looking at the energy for it to help you, because if there's something going on that has upset you recently, or you feel resentful or anger, I would look to resolve that to help subside on the energy side. So remember, we got optimism here, and you're looking for, is there some kind of connection here? Is it something I'm receiving? Is it something I'm sending? Is there some major shift going on and change that I'm having a hard time with? That's going to help you know what you're looking for as far as shifting and helping. Because I do this a lot with myself personally. I immediately, if I'm having an aches or pain in my body, I immediately go, okay, what are you trying to tell me? Because our body is an antenna. It's got all this energy and consciousness everywhere. And then if it's physically causing something, it's like screaming at me now because I didn't catch the, you know, what it was trying to tell me. So you're looking for that. And as the angel says, like, you know what, is there something that I need to just let go of that I'm holding that is causing this buildup? Because it just is, it's an inflammation, obviously. So I'm hoping that that's going to help you, because there's so many different ways you can treat that, which that's not what I do, but I'm looking at the energy, because immediately I'm hearing there's something big or shifting. Something is a little bit more challenging to accept, receive, believe, trust, something. So you're looking at those emotions and what could have flared that. Also, then you're looking for what could you do to release and let it go, and to find a new pathway moving forward. So this is going to be a great intention moon for you, and some healing coming up. So I'm hoping that that's going to help you, because I know that can be uncomfortable. Let me see here. Oh, Kelly, it literally feels like house arrest. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Oh, yeah, you've got to work with the energy. Yeah. That feels like you're just stuck and trapped or locked in. So you're looking for not feeling that way, absolutely. So I'm wishing you a lot of good vibes here, sending you a boost. I'm sending everyone a boost today, because I want you to tap into this energy today with this moon to really set the pace for the next few weeks for you guys. Big changes here. We want to be a participant in that to move things along. Maddie, I feel like I've spent so much time going within over the past few months, and now I feel like I'm trying to channel the courage to take action in a direction, whatever that is, without procrastinating. Okay, yeah. It's taking that step through it, even though it feels so awkward and we're so nervous and we're like, I don't know. So you try the smallest step you can to just get started. It can usually help. Yeah, you sound like you've already figured it out. You just, now it's like, okay, now I'm at the next step and it feels weird. I've done all this. It reminds me when you're doing your classes and you're studying college, high school, whatever you're studying, and you're doing all this textbook, and then it's time for clinicals. Textbook, okay, I know it. I aced all my tests, but now I got to go actually apply it. That's where you are. Time for clinicals for you. And it's you don't go out, you don't have to do it perfect. Procrastination is a lot of times, not every time, but make sure it's not because you don't want to make a mistake or the perfectionism's holding you back. You might mess it up a few times, but you got to start. So that's what I'm picking up pretty strong for you. You are doing very, very well. You've done the homework. You've done all of this introvert. When I say introvert, it's, the internal, going introspective. And the introspect is important for us to figure out where we want to go. But then we have to come back out and take action. So a big boost to you to find what you need to get started. Because once you make one step forward, And whether it works or doesn't work, it's going to help you figure out what the next step is behind that. And then they keep flowing, and then the ideas start to connect. And then it's like, oh, there's the path. Oh, this is where I can go. But sometimes we just have to start, even if it's cumbersome, even if it feels awkward. And it does feel awkward for people that are very good planners and they want it all to go a certain way. And then it's like, well, I want to make sure that's going to work before I do it. And I know some things, yes, you don't want to just jump. But we've got Jupiter here that's going to help you because that's an expansion. Go for it, leap of faith. So look for something that you could go for it and try. Make that step, even though if it doesn't work out, it's not just a big fatal blow to everything. It's just, oh, okay, let me pull back. Let me try something else. So you can take little smaller steps to get your feet wet, to get comfortable. It doesn't have to be a great big permanent step. That's probably going to be a really good approach for you to get you going, because you've got to warm up. Instead of diving into the pool in the deep end, you're going to walk in slowly. You know the difference between people that dive in and then just walk in slow to get used to the water? Yeah, you're getting used to the water. You're walking in versus diving in. Diving in is committing all the way and you're done. You can take the smaller steps. I think in what I'm picking up really strong for you with Michael is that's going to be a very good approach for you. And to give that a try. It could be small. It could just be working on a newsletter. It could be just organizing a plan of action, but working it, which I know you've been doing some of that. But there's something that you don't want it to go wrong, apparently. I don't know for sure, but that's what it feels like. So if I'm not accurately on that, I understand. But it feels like you just don't want it to go wrong. Or you're afraid of the disappointment. Sometimes that happens. If we will do something that we're super excited about, but we're scared we're going to get disappointed, or nobody's going to accept it, or nobody's going to go for it. That can happen, yes, but at the same time, it might be a stepping stone to find out what will. And sometimes just working it out is going to be what really makes it different for you. So now they're cutting the grass. Oh, we almost got through a whole show before they showed up. So that's what the buzz is you hear, but it's okay. So I want everybody to know, don't give up. Keep your chin up. This energy is here to support you, get you motivated, get you excited to take those steps forward in what you want to do and what's really important to you. And remember, it doesn't have to be big or small. It just has to bring you the joy. And so for Maddie, for example, if you enjoy that, whatever it is you're doing, then forget about the outcome. Just enjoy the process. That's going to help you too. For Michelle with arthritis, you're looking to bring some joy in to cool off any of the other frequencies that could be harboring and flaring things up. You're looking for something that lifts your frequency to just cool and calm things down, because that's a fiery, inflamed energy that you're feeling right now. So you're looking for something that helps calm things down. And honestly, the energy is there. So you're just looking for what could have triggered. Let's see, we have everyone here. Everyone here is incredible. Everyone here deserves to believe in their dreams. I don't care who you are, if you're here with me in the live show, if you're listening later, everybody here, you came to Earth with this. Everybody did. And life can have some tough turns, and sometimes you feel like, well, no, they didn't give it to me. Yeah, I believe that everybody has the opportunity. I know that some people are going through some really tough things. I've gone through them myself. I've gone through different challenges than someone else, and someone's gone through challenges that I can't even fathom because I didn't go through that, but I have gone through a lot. But everybody does have their own different, unique journey here. And we came here with a purpose. We came here with a reason. We came here with passion. We came here with heart passions that are tied in to our soul passion, our soul connection. And this energy is here to offer you opportunity to really tap into that, to really work with that. And I really love heart passion energy. This is just, to me, it's exciting because all of this energy is so upbeat and gives everybody an opportunity to look at life with a positive perspective, look at the hope that could be there, look at, wait, I could give that a try. I don't have to be, the best of the best, but I could do that and still enjoy it. That kind of thing. Cut yourself some slack and don't be afraid to try something you've really wanted to do. You can take small steps. You don't have to totally dive in if you're not ready, but you at least could experience it. You can explore it. It's not just reading the book about it. Take some action. Take some action and give it a go. So I want everybody to feel that. I want everybody to give yourself opportunity for that. So you are welcome, Maddie, absolutely. Pamela, I had my gallbladder removed and after surgery caught upper respiratory infection. I want to ask angels for help to heal me. They know what fears I have about this illness. Okay. Yeah, absolutely, Pam. Absolutely. Respiratory energy. Third chakra for you. Third chakra. Third chakra is who's controlling me? But it's also the confidence and the trust in embracing and accepting life and things like that. So what I want to tell you is you want to nurture. You're in a mindset now. You're in a time of healing, obviously. The gallbladder being removed, that honestly is interesting because that's kind of significant in energy healing with anger. So, and sometimes bladder is too. Or liver, all of those, it's like we're holding something, and that's a processing, and sometimes we're just not processing or accepting life how it's turning out right now. So what I'm saying to you is, I'm not saying you've just got this hot mess or anything. I'm saying you're in a healing process. So you're looking to cut the cord to the fear that you already know about. I was giving a little bit more about that energy for anyone hearing that this could help as well. So if you were to just use this energy with intention that you are going to let go of the fear and you're going to live your life and you're going to raise that joyful frequency within you and you're going to take that time that you need to heal. That's what I'm picking up from Archangel Michael and Raphael for you for healing. Michael can help you cut the cords of what you're worried about. The focus on what could go wrong. You're looking on, well, what could go right? Right? You're looking on, well, what's the solution here? What's the solution? Versus everything that could go wrong. So Raphael brings a very gentle nudge. He'll bring you a nudge, for example, respiratory, like thyme, the herb thyme, fresh thyme, and you make a tea out of it. It's great for respiratory, things like that is an example. He will give you these gentle nudges like, why don't we do this or why don't we do that? And it'll be super easy. It won't be this, and you're like, gosh, this whole time it just felt like such a mountain. I feel that this is going to be a very positive healing awareness awakening for you. So just hang in there. I'm going to be sending you some vibes that help illuminate what you're looking for. But those two angels are going to help you a lot right now. Absolutely. And I'm almost out of time here. Shadana, any guidance on what areas I should be focusing on with this energy? Decisions, big life decisions is coming in immediately. There's, I feel like you have really big choices to make. And I feel that there is, who is this coming from? coming from Michael. It's coming from Michael. He's like, I'm here for everybody today. I know, he's like that with me. Anyway, he's saying you have very big choices to make. You need to make them in your time, not somebody else's. Don't let anybody rush you. It's coming out very specific that way. If you are feeling pressured to make a decision in something, he's saying stop. He's showing me a stop sign. It's very specific. You need more information, or you need time to know that you feel peaceful about the choice. It could be months from now, it could be a week, but there's something big you have to make a decision about, and I don't need to tell you what it is, or we don't need to say that. You have to make a big choice that needs to be in your timing, not somebody else's. And if you're feeling pressured, you need to be wary of that. He's just showing me a stop sign, like stop. Don't make any choices yet. I hope that made sense. I hope everything's okay. You are welcome, Pam. And you are welcome, Michelle. Absolutely. So, Shadana, that's not a bad thing I'm saying to you. I've had him throw those things at me, or, I've had these major stop signs too. It's a good thing that he's saying that really clear and specific. But this isn't telling you what to do. It's more of learn more about what you need to make the decision about. And then when you're ready and you feel right about it is when you make the decision. I feel like there's a pressure somewhere. Don't let that happen. That's what he's saying. Don't let somebody pressure you. It needs to be your choice. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. And honestly, that's good information for all of us. That's good advice on anything. This energy we have here, and I'm going to wrap up the show here. This energy, intentions today, the intentions on, are you going in the direction you want? What do you need to change? Put the intention out there. What is it that you want in life? What brings you joy? Are you putting that into your life? Remember, as we move into August, we have abundance opportunities and manifesting. We want to tap into the frequencies of abundance, joy, and creativity. Those three together, we want to feel joyful. We want to feel abundance, and that's not just financially, that's abundance in all ways. Abundant joy, abundant happiness, abundance of whatever it is, whatever it is we have, abundance in health, for example. And then we want the creativity to find solutions to what we're trying to work out. Instead of that, here's the problem, here's where I'm stuck, this is what I can't figure out. We're going to try to focus and put our intention on discovering the solutions and allowing those energies to come in with solutions. Guys, this is cool energy to work with. And everybody's unique. So when angels help you and they bring in these messages through me or anyone else or to you directly, they're offering suggestions on how you can work it out, because you want to feel empowered and you want to be a part of creating the life you want to live. That's one of the biggest things here. We have to be a part of what we want to live. We have to be a participant. It's setting the stage for us here to manifest a fulfilling life because we chose to do it. That's what they support, and they give you all these suggestions and guidelines, and it's beautiful. So don't miss these opportunities coming up starting today, and I wish each and every one of you the biggest and best blessings in abundance, creativity, and joyful living. Thank you guys so much for listening, and I will see you next time here on the Jenn Royster Show. Namaste.
You've been listening to the Jenn Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life. Dr. Jenn Royster is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Imagine having the ability to use your innate positive energy to dissolve the stuckness in your life, whether it's emotional, physical, or spiritual, through this incredible dynamic show. If you've missed any part of this show or any other show, visit www